The first hole, it's a pretty benign start, fairly simple dogleg right. The right side, they can get lost in some trees if they mishit it. You know, I think it's a good warm-up hole. I think the players will be a lot happier when they're starting on number 1 than starting on number 10.
The second hole is one of the shortest par 4s on the course. Narrow fairway, landing area, and an uphill second shot to a pretty flat, benign green, but can put some challenging pin locations on it.
I think the third hole is where the Black Course starts to bare its teeth a little bit. It's a 230-yard par 3 with a fairly shallow green from right to left. Tight pin placement, especially all the way left. They don't have a lot of depth to work with, and if you miss, you can miss hard and really be punished on it.
The fourth hole is the lone par 5 on the front side, and one of the most scenic holes in golf, really, with huge fairway cross bunkers. It's an uphill second shot and possibly third shot into a small postage green that has a collection in the back and deep bunkering in the front.
The fifth hole, like a lot of fairways in the black, it's about the angle in which you want to attack and how much of that fairway bunker you want to try and beat and how much you want to chew off. If you're on the right side of the fairway, you have a better chance to attack the pin, especially when we have a left pin position.
The sixth hole is another short par 4 on the front where the player has to decide whether to lay up on top of the hill or driving it all the way down the hill to have a shorter second shot in to a green that's surrounded by sand almost completely.
Similar to the U.S. Open's, the seventh hole play is a par 4 instead of a par 5, as it is for daily play. The drive is important. There's a massive fairway bunker on that hole as well to carry. The angle that the drive hits will give the players their impact on how they can attack the second shot and attack the green, which is a back-to-front sloping green, so they should be able to get on that one pretty good if they hit their drive correctly.
The eighth hole is a downhill par 3, about 205, 210 yards, over the only water feature on the course to a fairly large green slope back to front. It could range from 170 yards to 220 yards as far as tee shot.
The ninth hole on the black has maybe the widest fairway on the course. Surprisingly, it was actually one of the more difficult holes during the Barclays in terms of scoring average, so it's a sneaky drive. There's a lot of undulations in the fairway, and if you find yourself on a downslope or in a little valley, you might not be able to see the green at all. Tight green, Black Course has big bunkers. We have almost 8 acres of bunkers on the entire course, so it's another green that's surrounded by deep sand and a lot of it.
The 10th hole is a long par 4 to start the back 9, where the carry to the fairway could be over 220 yards, and if into the wind, could be further. Fairway bunkers on both sides to a long second shot, to a big green with a collection area in the back, surrounded by bunkers.
The 11th hole, once again, well bunkered, and there's a new extension on the back left of the green, which is a great extension for the championship and for daily play. We added about 5 pin positions back there, so I'm excited to see how the players play that hole with a couple of new options on the green.
12th hole is another long par 4 on the back 9, dogleg left, where you have to carry the cross fairway bunker to a narrow fairway. You'll be hitting your second shot into a large 2-tiered green.
The 13th hole is a 600-plus par 5, and it's actually a hole that the players should be looking to score on. There's some deep fairway bunkers on the left side that could catch a drive, but for the most part, the players should be fairly safe on that hole, and they should really be looking to score. It's a smallish green that can be a little difficult to putt, but for the most part, that's a hole that they really should be looking to get a birdie on.
The 14th hole is the shortest hole on the course, par 3, with a very large green where there can be pin placements tucked back right, just over a large bunker, and in the front, many options.
The 15th hole is a beast of a hole, and from what we're seeing, the PGA plans on using the back tee, which I think has only been used once or twice in 10 years. It's a fairly easy driving hole. It's a narrow fairway, but no real danger other than hitting it straight. And then it's a nice uphill shot to a well-protected green. It's a 2-tier green that was actually also rebuilt since the '09 Open. During the Open, we couldn't even put a pin in the front of the green. It was too severe.
16th hole is another long par 4. Historically, one of the hardest holes during the tournaments. An elevated tee shot down to the fairway, and the second shot you have to hit over the bunker to a small green.
The 17th hole is a great par 3. It's another long one, about 210 yards, and there's a massive front bunker that does eat golf balls alive. You know, every day we see golfers struggling out of that front bunker. So at 210 yards and with a stiff wind in the afternoons, it could be a really tough hole. It's like an amphitheater over there. It's as close as we have to a stadium hole here.
The 18th hole, finishing hole, is an elevated tee shot down to a narrow fairway and landing area that is surrounded both sides by bunkers. You have to hit an uphill second shot. You won't be able to see the surface of the green, and the green is surrounded by some of the deepest bunkers on the course.